Good morning children. Welcome back to Social Studies tutorial. So students, in our last class we have learnt to climate control. As I told you that there are 6 major climate control and we have already learnt latitude and altitude, that how these two climatic control affect or influence the climate of a region. So in today's session we are going to learn about pressure and wind. The pressure of wind system of any area depends upon the latitude and altitude of the place. Latitude and altitude of the place. But how it depends on this. So we can learn this, or we can clear this concept with the help of this, that this is our earth and this is the situation of sun. So what exactly, as I told you that at equator the sun rays gets very strong. So just because of this, though there are the horizontal lines, but even after this these have been that's been categorized into different temperature zones or the heat zones because of these sun rays. As I that in your previous grades you have learned that just in between the tropics, means tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn, there is torrid zone, and this is the hottest zone because of this sun rays. Then afterwards, then towards the north, like from 23 and half degree northern to 66 and half degree northern side, in the northern hemisphere, there is the temperate zone because the sun rays reaches to that zone in a slanting manner. Similarly, there towards the south at 23 and half degree south till 66 and half degree south, there is the temperate zone because of this sun rays. Then afterwards from 66 and half degree north till the poles, towards the pole, that it is known as frigid zone. Which zone? Frigid zone. So now just in that context we have to learn this one, and that time we have also learned that as we go up while learning altitude, we have learned that as we go up from the surface area, then the dense atmosphere, like there is less dense atmosphere, and because of this temperature decreases. So now how these are connected with this concept? So at equator, when the sun gets strong, so what exactly, there is a creation of low pressure. There is a creation of low pressure. Once there is the creation also, like the pressure remains low, because of this the air masses starts raising upward horizontally, and what exactly, wherever they get vacuum, then they starts settling down. So wherever it get vacuum, then it gets starting settling down, and the winds starts subsiding towards the high pressure areas. Now let's understand in a better way. So students, low pressure and high pressure depends upon latitude. As I told you earlier that there is the sun which gets the straight rays there at the equator, which creates low pressure, whereas towards the just towards the pole, or the 66 and half degrees if we talk about in the upper area, so there are the high pressures. So what exactly, that once the low pressure is there, then the wind masses just like the air masses rise upside. It rise upside, horizontally upsides, and wherever it gets vacuum, then it gets diverted. Then afterwards what happened, that on the surface area, with this diagram we can understand that here there is the sea. So on the surface there is the atmosphere, that On this, the high pressure, like the winds blow from the high pressure areas to the low pressure areas. The low pressure and high pressure also defines the direction of the wind. For example, if we talk about in the context of our country, so in India, then the wind blows southwest, from the southwest during the summer. It blows like from southwest towards the northeast during the summers, because and what happens that just because of as there are the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, so what happens that it also carries moisture with it. It also carries moisture with it, and brings rainfall there. Just because of that bringing the rainfall, there is the changes in the climate. So what we can say that the pressure and wind affect the climate of a region. Thus, the pressure and wind influences the temperature and rainfall pattern. Though latitude remains the same, but it moves in a tilted manner. So what exactly, the latitudes of the two places may remain same, but the winds moves in a tilted manner, as it does not blow in a straight manner. So if we talk about our country, then it moves in a tilted manner in northern hemisphere at right and southern at left. It is also known as easterly winds. Now students, let's understand the next climate control, which is distance from sea. We can understand that distance from sea in a better way by connecting this concept with the concept of land breeze circulation and sea breeze circulation, which you have learnt in your previous grades. So students, just to understand this one, what exactly the fact is that the land gets cooler or warmer at fast in comparison to water, because water doesn't get cooler or warmer at fast, it takes time. Just because of the effect of these land breeze circulation or sea breeze circulation, what happens that we can say that the coastal areas exerts a kind of moderate climate, because there at the coastal areas the temperature remains moderate, means same during the day as well as in night. So if we talk about that the coastal areas are in comparison to the interior parts, what happens that at the coastal areas, for example Mumbai, it experiences a kind of moderate temperature as compared to the interior land like Delhi. So what exactly in Tamil Nadu or Thiruvananthapuram, temperature remains the same during day or night. So we can conclude that as the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases, and the people experience extreme weather conditions. This condition is called as continentality. So now what happens that as the distance decreases from the sea, then like at the coastal areas there is a moderate climate, whereas like in the interior part the people experiences the extreme climate conditions or extreme weather conditions. Extreme weather conditions, that means during summer they experiences extreme summer, or during winters they experiences extreme cold. So just what exactly this condition is known as the continentality. So I hope that you understood these two climatic controls very well. We'll continue the next two climatic controls in our next session. Till the time, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.